Hey you guys, we are in the front yard garden. We have 30 minutes and we're gonna plant some seeds. And this is the core of our nutrition, of our food for the summer. So pay attention, come see what we do. The first part of the food group I'm gonna show you is this longevity spinach. Now I didn't do this by seed. I ordered it from Baker's Creek Heirloom Seed because it's hard to germinate, so they sent me 3 plants. So I just kept taking this pot in all winter and putting it out for the sunny times, and it's just growing in a beast. I want to get a little cutting off and put it in my aquaponics system and see what it does. I've got more over here, so yeah, I want to spread it all around the garden, but yes, it does need to be protected, really taken in, not just covered for the winter months, but a great source of food. The next thing I want to show you guys is in the corner of my garden. And that is my moringa tree that I planted last year. Now, it does not seem alive at all. So I would think by now it would be sprouting. I could be wrong. But, so I'm just gonna leave that there just in case. But right here beside it, I'm gonna start a new one. And this is dwarf moringa that I got from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Right. Hopefully these seeds will come up and get going for me. Come on, moringa. And I'll have to remember to keep this nicely watered. Okay, next. Okay, between my garlic and some cool season crops here, radishes, beets, I found a corner of the garden that would be perfect for my next food source for the summer. And that is Egyptian spinach. Egyptian spinach is another big beast of food, a bush of food, I say. Now I'm gonna give this a little scoop of earthworm castings. It had some sprouts in it, but that's okay. And some mealworm frass fertilizer. And some Egyptian spinach seed. It's okay if a lot grows, I will thin it out. And we're gonna keep this really well watered till it comes up good and strong. Okay, next. And on the other side of my garlic bed, I'm gonna do the same thing. I want another bush of food here. I tried this as a winter spring food source and it really didn't grow that big, so it didn't really, it's beautiful. I can't remember the name. I'll look it up and put it down below. But yeah, it didn't really work out as a food source, but it is a beautiful plant and everything on it is edible. So that was kind of fun. And it might make one salad or two. Okay. I'm gonna plant my Egyptian spinach right here beside it. Because this plant likes cool season, it will just die out as the heat comes on and the Egyptian spinach will shine. Eli is watering for me. Thank you, Eli. Good to have a garden helper. It is kind of worried me. It's been really dry, so we're putting a lot of water down the garden, and for spring, we're usually having a monsoon spring season. It's a little early for it to be so dry. Oh. It is also kind of hard to get seeds up when the ground is so dry. So we'll have to be really careful about coming out and diligently water them every day. All right, next, the last food plant for the summer is purslane. Now purslane grows really wild in my garden. It comes up every year, but I decided to just give it a little bit of help with this more fleshy, more leafy variety that Baker Creek had for me. So I'm just gonna scatter this throughout the garden. And this purslane is gonna be kind of serve as a cover crop, a mulch, living mulch if you will, under my pepper plants, which I haven't planted yet, but that are gonna go in the ground tomorrow. One step at a time. Okay, you guys, look how much food we got planted in 30 minutes. So that's it for this morning, and we're gonna go on about our day. Eli has drum lessons, he's my drummer. So we're gonna get busy with that. Okay, get planting, you guys. It's time, in Dallas, Texas at least. Right, you guys, day one. We're at a good temperature, 99.3 and 46% humidity, perfect. I got up a couple of times during the night just to check and make sure the temperature was okay. So yeah, that is kind of how this 21-day goes, journey goes. It's a lot of being watchful. So I feel like, you know, I'm a mom or a sitting hen. I'm the sitting hen because my incubator, my homemade incubator does not have a thermostat, as I said in the last video. So yeah, I'm the sitting hen that has to watch this temperature and do the dial here, the dimmer up and down to change the temperature and make sure the humidity stays all right. So, yep, baby watch is beginning. I'm a sitting hen. Hi, April. Here you go. Here's your treat. Here's your treat. I'll let her eat that while we do a baby check. Hi, sweet babies. Hi. Oh, it's so precious. Aww. Hi. You guys are about ready to open your eyes, aren't you? Do we have some open eyes? Not yet, not yet. There, not quite yet. They all look alike. Every single one looks the same. That's super cute. You did good, Mama. You don't like me messing with your babies, huh? I'm sorry. Alright, I put them back. Okay, no eyes open yet, but should be any day, any day. So precious. Okay, get back in there. Kind of a chilly morning. But you guys are getting fur, so that's good. Get back in there. In the little nest with your friends. Or brothers and sisters, I should say. Okay. Right. Thank you, Mama. You enjoy that treat. Here's your treat, Mama. We'll check on the babies while she's distracted. This nest box is getting kind of messy. Oh my goodness, look at that sweetness. Everybody's just bundled up, all sleeping together. Oh my goodness. That is super cute. Alright, go back to sleep, babies. You're good. you, Mama. Good job. Beautiful babies. I found something down here that I'm pretty excited about. This is plantain. And one classic way that you really know it's plantain are these seed stalks that come straight up. So I want to be sure to leave a couple of these so they can form seeds for next year, but I'm gonna harvest this because this is really good for making salves. Plantain is very good for your skin. So I will go inside and dry this, and we will do some salve making. I should mention that this buckhorn plantain grows wild in my area and around foot traffic. And same with the plantain that you might have in your area. Might be a little bit different. I'm gonna leave a few to seed out and be there next year. So wherever you put the seeds out or leave the plants out, you might want to stomp around in it a bit. So look, you guys, I found a good bit more. Victory. Processing this plantain, cutting off some of these seeds. I probably, look at all those seeds that aren't developed, but I probably should have done this before it went to seed. But I didn't even notice them before it went to seed. So
what is this? Plantain?
This is plantain. It's really good for your skin, so we're gonna make a salve out of it. The other thing we're going to want for our salve is some comfrey. And I want these nice fresh spring leaves, nice tender spring leaves, so we can make an oil infusion and make that healing salve. The other thing we need to pick are these calendula blossoms, because they are also really good for your skin. And so I plant them by seed every year right around my garlic, as you can see in these cinder blocks, just for this purpose, so I can have a good oil for my skin all year round. But in this case, we're going to mix them in our healing salve. You'll see. Now, while I've got you out in the garden picking these, I should tell you that I grow them around my garlic, and then in the winter, so I plant them by seed in the fall, and then all winter I throw a frost cloth over them when it freezes. That way they don't get damaged, because they aren't very cold hardy, but they do like the cold weather. They for sure don't like a freeze though. So yeah, just grow them around my garlic, and then in springtime they really start to bloom. And then as it gets hot, they start to peter out and they make these seed pods. And then I collect my seed again and start it all over again in the fall. And that gives me a chance to make skincare, my skincare for the whole year. Supply of oil for my skincare. Right now I don't want these to go to seed. I want to pick them off so that it will continue blooming for me, so I can get all these beautiful flowers while it's still nice and cool out. This beautiful flower is called calendula, and also called pot marigold. So healing for the skin. Now I don't know if you can see it, but there are lots of little bugs crawling out of these blooms, and those are called thrips. They love to hang out and eat in blossoms. So I even took these flowers to my biology class, and we were able to see one under a microscope, and it was really fun to look at. We even could see the meal inside its belly, so that was really fun. Anyway, definitely gonna take these inside and wash all these bugs off. So the ingredients we're gonna be using for our healing salve is this plantain, whatever variety you have in your neck of the woods, and comfrey. Hopefully you have that on your homestead because it's so valuable. And calendula flowers or oil. So we're gonna dry all this first, and then we're gonna mix it with, I use sunflower seed oil, organic sunflower seed oil. You can use other types of oil, and then we're gonna put some beeswax in it to kind of firm it up a bit. This is just the way I save my beeswax from my hives, but you can order this also online. So while we're drying these, oh, there's a wee caterpillar on there. While we're drying all this and soaking them in the oil, it's going to take about 6 weeks. So while we're drying, you can order some oil, order some beeswax, and you'll be ready to make your salve with us. Also, if you don't have calendula flowers, then no worries, you can order them dry on the internet at an herb market, a site for herbs. So yeah, and then order yourself some seeds at the same time, so you can plant them in the fall and get them going and grow your own, make your own nutritious oil. Get these flowers nice and rinsed off. Right, we've already dried our plantain that we found the other day in our garden. Look at that, you guys. I have an Excalibur food dehydrator that someone gave me, but if you do not have one, that's okay. You can dry them in your oven on a low temperature, or you can even dry them hanging or outside. Just make sure you do it in the shade. So we're gonna take this wonderful plantain and put it in a nice, clean, sterilized jar. Couple of questions. Why do we dry it? Because mold can develop when we put wet things fresh from the garden in our oil that we're diffusing or that we're making. So stick with dried stuff because we don't want any mold in our wonderful salve. So whatever jar you choose should be about 3/4 full, and I'm going to pour that sunflower seed oil in there. And all those bubbles come out. I'm just going to tamp it down to get all those bubbles out. Good. I'm just going to put the lid on. And I'm just going to store it in a warm place, away from sunlight. I'm going to put my plantain oil on my fridge, where I've got some calendula oil that I made from last season already steeping. So I've already got that. So the only oil we need left is our comfrey. Let's get this comfrey on here and get it dried. All right, our comfrey is ready, you guys. now we have everything we need to make our salve in 6 weeks. So we have comfrey, calendula oil, and plantain. Right. Now all we have to do is wait.